All right, welcome, bow betters. Welcome to MMA Sip and Smoke, where we discuss fine cigars and MMA. Welcome, bow betters. Gonna be brief here, man. I don't even know if I should be smoking what I am gonna smoke here before I go further. All right, I am live. Sweet. Yeah, all the technology's been working a little bit better. Things have been going a little smoother. Um, Please, when you join into the chat, if you can, if you like everything up. I'm in the midst of the sun and the beautiful weather by maybe an hour. I had a few things to do, and I hadn't had a cigar in a while, and I've been busy taking care of my mother. She's right behind me, in the living room close to me, where if she did need me, I could help her out. But wait, that's not in the middle. Let's see what's going on here. That's okay. This thing here, where it is okay. I can live with it. Let's see. Yeah, I can live with it. It's fine, people. Welcome, bow betters. Well, just like the placard says, the thing here, I got a very special cigar, which I probably shouldn't be smoking today. Hey, I just want to say right out the gate, I am super impressed with Privada Cigar Club. Their packaging, their quickness of service, everything about them is spectacular. Highly recommend. Yeah, what's up?
Hey, just got a text from ComEd. They're gonna be doing some more fucking utility service, so
Gotcha.
it maybe cut off from 3 to 6. But last time they gave us a notice,
Yeah.
it was like literally 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
just
Okay.
be aware the next couple.
All right.
All right.
All right. No
Okay,
problem.
then. All right.
All right. So ComEd's going to cut me off. ComEd's going to be cutting me off, but that's okay. I'm not actually connected. I'm working off the power, so it's just more. Might have to check in on my mom because the TV might go off at a certain point. So welcome, bow betters. Yeah, Privada Cigar Club. I have this Royal Affair cigar here. Let's put this on me. Let's talk about the cigar as we're talking about Privada Cigar Club. Not about me. Let's not put it on me. Let's not worry about me. Let's focus on this cigar because, like I said, I was I'm out here ready in the snow, ready to smoke. This Royal Affair, from AJ Fernandez, Nicaraguan Puro. I did read some of the things on it. The detail on the notes, and he actually has a smoking review on there. But again, going back to the cigars, this thing was aged 2 years old, right? Look at the patina on this wrapper for just 2 years, right? That is just fantastic, right? All the cigars that he had just seemed like super well quality, great quality, I should say. All the packaging was just off the chain, just superb. It came with the free Bovita pack. Everything was sealed in things. I got a couple of the whiskey barrel. Those are individually sealed, which I just admire those details, that attention to detail. Just fabulous. Looking at the Cigar of the Month Club, which I have not joined yet. I probably will. We're waiting probably to the beginning of next year, even though I shouldn't, because I'm certain that for this month, a lot of these cigar clubs give some really nice stuff. Did I have my theme music? I did. My theme music already went through. A lot of like great product that they give during the holidays, like everybody else would. So I'm gonna try to do my best here to discuss some MMA, but right now I'm gonna focus on the cigar. Maybe I'll have time in another evening to talk a little bit more about this weekend's event, because I think there's some good betting lines on this weekend's event. Let me open up DraftKings. Actually, no, let's start the cigar. Let's start smoking this because I want to smoke as much of it as I can. Hopefully I'm uninterrupted. This is going to be, it's a shame to take a 2-year-old cigar. It's just what I had, one of the ones that I had in my breathing tray or my tasting or to be tasted tray. And the problem was that even that tray wasn't getting humidified the way I liked it, so it didn't acclimate the way I wanted it to. And it's hard to pick up notes. Okay, that's just somebody talking in the alleyway. You could hear everything here. Another cigar that I would have loved to have had a plug, right, and not the double guillotine that I'm going to use here, right? But the cap looks extremely large. Yeah, really soft, nice wood. Right? Yeah, that thing, it's a little drier than I wanted it to. It didn't acclimate. The problem is that my humidor right now is a lower humidity because it is cold. It's cold in that sort of area. It's in the refrigerator. It's in the frigidor, but it's still seeping some air. So it is getting, or still is fairly cool down there. And I am going to have to switch. I'm just going to have to age these in the box open without the cellos. They're not going to be able to be in open air. They're going to be boxed with some of their counterparts. So that's a problem that I can easily solve. So yeah, we're gonna light this sucker up. I haven't had a cigar in like 2 weeks, man, and I just been busy or haven't had the time, and it's been cold, right? Like I can't get out here. Like this has been the warmest day in a week or so, so I just took advantage of this today, right? But welcome, about betters again. This is the Privada with AJ Fernandez, the WA, which I think is Wes Anderson, the movie maker from. My favorite one was the one with, not with Bill Murray. Bill Murray did the Royal Tannenbaums too, did he not? With the kid. Oh no, that was Sophia. I was thinking of the wrong movie. Oh, but did he do the Jacques Cousteau type movie? Was that with Bill Murray as well? I forgot that one where it's like a faux Jacques Cousteau with the good Brazilian music. I forget the name of that movie. But I think the Royal Tannenbaums is the most popular movie from Wes Anderson. Although he's got a lot of good films, I just don't recall them. I'm a movie buff. I haven't watched a movie like a Wes Anderson movie in a long time. All right. Oh, and I didn't do the dry impression. That's okay. We'll get it from the first start. And I can hear the birds. There was a nice cardinal over here. Soft caramel right away. Soft caramel with a very, very cedar sort of finish. Yeah, it's a caramel that it does burn a little hot. I think the cigar just wasn't humidified on my side properly, so it's adding a little spice. It's going to change. I could tell, even though it's very mellow. It has a nice light texture to it. Lots of wood, a little cinnamon. I'm having it with water. Lots of cinnamon. It is a spicy little sucker. It is a little spicy. Not peppery, but a little spicy, but it's nice and light. It's not like, again, it's probably due to the aging. Because who knows how long it came from the factory from AJ Fernandez. And then I believe the people over there at Privada aged it themselves. And the reason I went to Privada in the first place, I think, was, remember we were talking about the barrel aged cigar, like, oh, how did they do it? Did they put the wrappers in the barrel, or did they put the cigars in the barrel? I went to see a video of trying to figure out how they do that, barrel aged cigars, and then Privada had a video on it, and you could see that they did it where they actually have cigars put into that whiskey barrel. I don't know the effectiveness of that kind of aging. We saw with the other Perdomo that even that, I don't know which style they did, but it wasn't strong whiskey. And I know a lot of people want that strong whiskey. I don't necessarily want that strong whiskey. No one's still in the chat. I don't necessarily want that strong whiskey. Do people hear me? Yeah. I liked it that it was light. And so I purchased a bunch of cigars because I wanted to try their whiskey cigar and sort of compare it to the Perdomo. And what I probably will do is smoke another of those Perdomos again alongside the whiskey cigar. By the way, these WA Royal Affairs series are 11.50, I believe, a cigar on the Privada website. That's the other thing, is that you could buy almost a lot of even their rare and special cigars individually, right? They're sold individually, and I don't know if there's a minimum order. Again, the shipping was very inexpensive. I think it was like $5-6, if that. I believe they're out of Orlando, Florida. I'm gonna, give the business itself like a 10 out of like packaging, style, service, the selection of the cigars, the information that they provide you on the cigars, and then just even the packaging, like again, the attention to detail, free Bovita packs, everything, just really stylish, very nice, very efficient. And I know that given the right context, I needed this cigar to be in a different context, maybe indoors, to be smoked a little slower. Great light draw, little cinnamon, cedar cinnamon, and then finishing with a little of that caramel spice, which isn't bad. It's different than styles that I usually smoke, and that I need to start accepting that more and appreciating that more. I can't always lean on a flavor set and the flavor that I just want exclusively. Like, I have to take the cigar for what it is, and I don't do that. I admit I don't do that enough. I'm always like on that search for a flavor that I've longed for and I've had before, that is sort of my preference. But not just in the cigar reviews, I need to learn to enjoy the different flavors that are presented to me, that's what you're dealing with. You can't have a Coca-Cola and be like, this isn't like the 7-Up that I love. It's apples and oranges, right? Like, you just can't do that kind of comparison, and you got to get away from making value judgments from two products that are completely different. And a lot of these products always are, even if it's something that you've smoked before. Yeah, I lost my son, and it is cold. If my mom sneaks out on me, I'm going to kill myself here. Hey, smoking outdoors is tough, and it was nicer earlier, but now there's some clouds there, so I don't have that sun, so bear with me here. Again, this was a big mistake, probably, smoking such a good refined cigar out here. That's 11.50, so it's also in a very good price point. Good draw. Yeah, that hint of cinnamon, hint of caramel, little spice. Yeah, Kennedy and Njoku, minus 550 favorite against Bresky. Clay Guida against Chase Hooper. Hooper fucking killing people, man. Fuck, man. Clay Guida, what a monster, though. But they're definitely Chase Hooper, minus 1100. Kiesa Max Griffin, almost at even money. My boy Cody Durden against Joshua Van. Joshua Van is a tough dude, but Cody Durden's got that wrestling. I think he's got the wrestling advantage over Joshua Van. I have Joshua Van on the feet. He might light Durden up. Chris Wyman and Eric Anders at even money. They're bringing Chris that bout back from the other week. Wyman now a favorite. He was at dog money before. Rude boy Randy Brown against Brian Battle. Brian Battle favorite in that. That's going to be a war right there. That's going to be a good fight. And Mozvar Evilov versus Aljamain Sterling. That's going to be a good fight too. over 2.5, minus 425 in that fight. So they're expecting a decision. And then Vincent Luque versus Thimba. Why they put Thimba as a favorite. That's because Thimba, man, he's got that long reach, and Vincente Luque uses his face as a defense. You know what I mean? And they're saying that is over 2.5 is minus 166. So they're expecting that to not go to go on the under. Same with Evolov, over 2.5. Yeah, they're expecting it to go over. What an event, guys. This event is fucking stacked. Dominic Reyes versus Anthony Smith. Reyes a minus 345 favorite. Sort of on his comeback trail, man. Yeah, wow, what a card, guys. All these fucking fights. Nate Landwehr, Dong Ho Choi. Landwehr just moved into a favorite spot. Bryce Mitchell minus 1,500. And Sirogan Alexander Volkanov. Man, this card is ridiculous. I think this is the best card of the year. Might be the best card of the year, guys. Might be the best card of the year, man. I wish I was doing more analysis. Right out the bat. Look at the over 2.5 and Bryce Mitchell versus Kron Grace is minus 250. I like that under at plus 190. I think Bryce Mitchell gets this out of there. He either knocks him out or even subs Kron Gracie. Right? His just jiu-jitsu is just a different level. And Bryce is training, was he with the B team? Like training with the B team and some of the younger jiu-jitsu guys, where Kron Gracie, of course, comes from a more traditional jiu-jitsu background. Of course, the grip is there, right? But even when he gets guys in the ground, we haven't seen Kron Gracie be super effective, right? And then we know on the feet, he's lacking on the feet. Well, Bryce Mitchell could still crack. He could stay on the feet, keep this on the feet, and really be it. I think that's going to be an under. Look at that Bryce Mitchell finish line. I think he could get the finish. He's on the up, and he needs this. He needs this, even though he spends too much time with the politicking and on TV and the farm and make money. He's got to make money. You got to respect his game and that effort, because they don't pay these guys a lot, and he's got to use his popularity and his fame while he can to make that money. So, and then Shavkat Rakhmonov versus is Pantoja. Is that this fight too? Holy shit! Yeah, it is. Holy shit, dude! This card is ridiculously good. This is a must buy. You must watch. Of course, Alexandre Pantoja, favorite. That wood. They're dashed by itself. Let me go check in on my mom real quick, guys. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, people. And I'll be right back. ¿Todo bien, ma? ¿Todo bien? Hay la posibilidad que van a apagar the power. Again, pero no sé cuándo. Pero nomás me avisas. Pero está bien. Estoy acá afuera, ma. Estoy acá afuera si me necesita. Okay. All right, she's good, guys. She's good. She is good. I feel bad for her, but I gotta have a smoke too while I can, No sense of watching her watch YouTube. Well, I could be on YouTube, but man, what a card. Sirogan Alexander Volkov. Gon is a minus 375 favorite. Man, Volkov might be a sneaky underdog play right there. I think he could hang with Sirogan. And if Volkov is not known for his wrestling, but he can wrestle. This is an incredible card. I think Landwehr, just on the money line at minus 130, would have been a good play if you get him at dog. I think it was a dog money at some point. Man, there is too much to talk about. Just looking at as dogs, quickly or just briefly. I'm looking at Aljo's coming up, right, in weight. Yeah, that's another tough part for him, but I'm liking my Dirty Cody Durden, at plus 130. And the over 2.5 is minus 125. That's not bad at all. Because I say this goes to a decision. If Cody Durden could just do his control with his ground and pound, and he's got to do that against Joshua Van. Joshua Van is, he might as well be one of those like Thai, what's that, Rodon and stuff. I mean, he's just a monster. You hit him and he just laughs. He just walks through people. Like, he just is a monster. Yeah, I think the most obvious win here, even though I don't like him very much, is Kennedy and Chuku. I always pronounce his name bad. Juku. I think it's Chuku. Against Lucas Bresky. He should just maul that guy. That's why it's minus 155. I mean, minus 550, and the over 1.5 is minus 166, because Kennedy will get it done fast and needs to. If Kennedy goes in the round 3, he's a dead man walking. He's dead in the water. He's not very good late in the rounds. It's not necessarily his cardio. It's just the dude just doesn't, he's not a killer, in that way. It doesn't have, it's not the stamina, it's that will to kill, right? It just, if he doesn't get you out, he will fold. But I don't think he's going to have that problem with Bresky. I just don't think Kennedy Nzechukwu has all the talent and size of the world to be a top level guy. It's just because it's mammoth size. But it's just the mental game with him. As I mentioned before, just doesn't have that killer instinct, right? You would think he would, but something about him that is, I'm always suspect. And I don't think that comes into play with Lucas Bresky, who just is going to fold. He's going to be the lawn chair in this one, not Kennedy. Kennedy should be able to present the storm, right? Storm him, overwhelm him, and Lucas will fold. I don't think Bresky has the wrestling or the takedown defense, or even just the wrestling to take down Kennedy, who I think is easy to take down, being so big, having such long legs. You just got to get past those friggin' long arms, right? And he got power, right? So you got to just get past and underneath it. But I don't think Lucas is the person to do that. Clay Guida, Chase Hooper. Man, you saw Chase Hooper last time out. Clay Guida is how old now? I mean, against the up-and-comer Chase, who is improving. I think that testosterone, or the trend that he's been taking, or his concoction, his cocktail, has really helped his size. Even though he was growing, they could say, yeah, he was growing up, but he's got a great fight IQ. I don't know what camp he's out of, but a minus 1100 for Chase Hooper. That finish of cinnamon, it's like a soft cinnamon and caramel. Very nice finish. The finish on this cigar, the last taste, that third sort of taste is really nice. It's just so cold out here. Guys, admittedly, it is cold out here. My hands are getting cold. Everything else feels good, but my hands, using these thinner gloves, and the wind, the little wind that's coming, and I lost my son. Great burn, slight spice, very mellow. This will pair with anything. I really think it could pair with anything. No, you know what? Actually, I could do it with the hot drink, like a mocha, or a cappuccino, a mocha, or something like that. I could do that as well. But I think I'm leaning towards the rum lovers, you whiskey lovers, like a spirit, like this one. To offset the cinnamon spice, a spirit I think is the best compliment, in my opinion, for it. I think that's what I would prefer, but today we're doing water, which is fine. Kiesa Max Griffin. I mean, Griffin has got great takedown defense. great takedown defense. But Chiesa is always slick, man. He's always slick, not just in the jiu-jitsu, but slick on how he gets you takes you down, right? He's gonna take you down. And even though Max Griffin has like fantastic takedown defense, Chiesa doesn't almost have to take you down to get in a position that you're gonna do something wrong. Anything you do wrong on your jiu-jitsu defense, he's gonna get you. He's gonna get you locked up, and he's favorite. I mean, his rear naked choke is obviously fantastic. He could teach that all day, and he could do that all day. Sort of like our guy Gracie, but Chiesa's just better in that jiu-jitsu wrestling or MMA wrestling area. Like whether it's just not necessarily like doing his double legs, but he's just sneaky, get you out of balance, trips you up. He's got a great body lock. Right, and I think Chiesa takes that. And they're saying over 2.5 minus 200, and I think that could be the case. But I think Chiesa could get him out of there. Right, Max Griffin has great takedown defense, and he's going to be on his wheels. Oh, before, yeah, as I mentioned, Chase Hooper should take that. I think he could finish Clay Guida. I think he could submit him. He's not going to knock him out. Over 1.5 is minus 145. Under 1.5 is plus 114. So they expect Hooper to finish him. And I'm going to go back, guys. I will go live again, hopefully at some point, maybe on Saturday before the event. But this is a must-see card. Fucking fantastic card. Good cigar here. Max Griffin, Joey's picking Max Griffin over Chiesa. No way, man. Chiesa's, like I said, Chiesa's, right. He's going for the slight underdog there. Max Griffin, Joey usually makes some pretty good picks, as we all know. The rating on this one so far is an 8. A firm 8. And it's just tough, and it's not fair, as I mentioned, to do my normal rating on these cigars, because it's hard to feel comfortable, feel in that right mellow context. It doesn't do justice to the cigar sometimes to be smoking out here in, I think we're at like 29 degrees right now. There's no wind right now, so that's the only thing saving you, but it's chilly out here. Those clouds, earlier it was nice and sunny, and I took a walk with my mom and the dog, and it was nice at that time, but now, yeah, this is one thing I definitely say. This has a very unique flavor set than most of the cigars that I've smoked this year. It is distinctly different, and the flavors are very distinct in themselves. That's another good thing about buying something that's already been aged, that is more of a unique blend. I could read back to the description to you guys if you want, but go to Privada Cigar Club, check it out. Dog of the night, Cody Durden. Hooper sub, yeah, Hooper could get that sub. I'd agree, Joey. What is that sub line? It's probably not a good play. Hooper sub minus 165. See, horrible. I think they're the best bet on that, and that because that line is all skewed, is the under 1.5 at plus 114, and it could do it. But Clay's one of the best guys at circling the ring. He could circle to survive, but I don't think he's just going to have the reach. Chase Hooper's gotten better with his hands. He's not going to be able to do his circle, the burst in, get out like he used to do. It's just not going to happen for him, and he just doesn't. He doesn't use his wrestling enough to get with Chase Hooper, and I think Hooper's just can reverse him if he gets him on the ground. I don't think you could do that. Sort of just get your head down, put your head on the chest of some of these guys anymore. At least somebody not like Chase Hooper. You could do it to like Joshua Van. You get him down. Cody Durden could put his head down, doesn't have to worry about getting caught in any triangle or anything like that, getting in an armbar. But Clay Guida does if he does get the takedown. But I think he's got to wrestle to win. He cannot do that circle, burst in, and then strike and get out to win. He's got to wrestle. He's got to ground and pound and land some ground and pound. But yeah, Joey, the value on Wineman is gone, right? The value is gone. It was gone because he lost it when, at the last event when he was a dog, right? It's still close to even money, but, you know, it's just that Anders isn't, again, he's almost like Max Griffin, like just the no wrestling, the lack of wrestling with great takedown defense, right? Like Eric Anders has great takedown defense, right? It's not, but they don't have fantastic striking. Neither guy's got. They're both decisionators, right? That's why I like that. That's why the over 2.5 at minus 238. Because Chris Weidman, they're not giving you some good lines here on those overs. Unfortunately, I don't see some of the finishes that, like Cody Durden, Joshua Van. I don't see a finish. Chiesa Griffin, I think Chiesa could finish Griffin with that sub. I think Hooper finishes Guida. I think Kennedy finishes Lucas. Brian Battle and Randy Rude Boy Brown. That's a tough one too. I think that's a tough one. I like the over 2.5 is minus 135 on that one. I like the over. I think that could go to decision. Evil Sterling, I think that goes to the decision, right? Neither guy has like great, super great submission ability. I get everybody remembers Aljo's great submission of no, it's not Stamen, not Cody Stamen, of Sanhagen, right? But it just doesn't have crazy jiu-jitsu. Good control jiu-jitsu, right? Good body lock, great body lock, great control. Great MMA wrestling, right? But so does Mosavar. Mosavar's got great MMA wrestling, right? And Aljo's coming up, and Mosavar needs this to win, and he really is the established 155er, right? Aljo's in a lot of trouble coming up against Mosavar because Mosavar's used to battling wrestlers in Russia. That's why he's minus 230, right? He's already been there in the weight class. Aljo isn't going to gain anything, right? I don't think he'll have a speed advantage over Mosavar. I don't think he'll have a strength advantage over Mosavar. I don't think he'll have... Mosavar's MMA wrestling is really good, man. He's one of those guys like Sakurian, like, man, I'm getting really cold, guys. Yeah, there's some value on Randy Brown, but I like the way Battle been looking, man. I think Randy Brown at plus 2-1, he's probably one of the most, that should be an even money. Randy Brown could throw, right? And Brian Battle could throw too, but Randy Brown fights really long, might have the jiu-jitsu advantage there, right? I don't know where things are going, but Battle's had a good fight IQ lately, looks really strong. I think he's on that trend too. He lost his little boy weight. He lost all that baby fat and is a beast now. And he's got power. He's hungry. Same with Randy Brown's still hungry too. I know I've jumped all over the place. Right now, other than my boy Cody Durden, he might be my dog play of the week. Cody Durden might be my dog play at plus 130. I know he's in a tough fight against Josh because Joshua Van is going to bust Durden's face up. Durden is not going to look pretty at the end of this fight, even if he gets top position. Joshua Van is the harder puncher and the better puncher. But Cody Durden is just dirty. He's like Randy Couture. Great dirty boxing, great ground and pound, good control, and will fight for your money. Every time, Durden will fight for your money. So I'm leaning on Durden. We lost the value on Wyman already, but he's still near even money. I think he could beat Anders. That Battle, Randy Brown, that's a tough one to pick, man. I'd either go dog or pass on that one. Same with the most of our Evil Live is dog or pass, but I think most of ours is going to eke that one out. A decision, right? But parlaying some of these overs, I wonder if you did a long parlay of some of these overs, like a micro bet of some of these overs here. Or there's some unders that I would take, like Kennedy Nzechukwu, Bresky. I like that under 1.5 at plus 130. I like, Clay Guida, Chase Hooper. Man, I think Guida's going to run. And that's why that over 1.5 is at minus 145, right? But I would wonder what they give us for the under 2.5 for the not to go the distance. Or they have a not to go. Let's see what they got for that Guida Hooper not to go the distance. Man, I am getting cold out here. Yeah, and it doesn't do justice to the cigar. The cigar's burning too fast. Very even, great flavor profile. Love the little spicy cinnamon caramel finish. The start is super light on the palate. Good cigar, not the right context, guys. I knew it was when I had it. I was like, man, it's cold out there. Well, I want this. It's a sort of special cigar. But you know what? I could buy more, and I know the guy has them. I know where to get more, right? I know where to get more. You know where to get more. Privada Cigar Company. Go check out their website. Highly recommend it. I'm not sponsored by them. I don't get paid by them. I just buy the product. And I've enjoyed just for the first time, love what I got. Love the selection I picked out. I think I picked out like 11 cigars, and some in doubles, some in singles. And again, the packaging was there. The blends were there. He works with a lot of, not just AJ Fernandez, but a lot of other cigar makers, right? So he's got a lot of cigars that are made with some of the best people in the business. And it's just not hype on Privada. I think that as far as the cigar clubs go, I know there's some other ones out there. You can go JR or Holtz Company Cigars, and I saw this one other one. I would lean toward Privada out of all of those, mainly because of the more unique selection and the attention to detail, both in what he's doing, like in his methodology, right? His branding, his style, the attention to detail. But if you put that into what you're doing in your marketing and your design, et cetera, and then you have partnerships like this, then he's got that attention to detail. To me, it's going to be subsequently put on to the product. The product is going to have more unique blends, he's going to be more selective with the tobacco that he does choose from these cigar makers, from these cigar providers, right? And then he's going to choose and already know, man, that last draw right there was fantastic. So light, soft, Did I just say, I can't do, I hate saying that. Yeah, that's the thing, is that Guida could run. But I like the under. Does it have the under 2.5? Or that's what I was looking for. Sorry, guys. Round props. Nope. It's fight props. Not to go the distance, minus 250. Yeah. This is not the best. I can't say that because there are spots here, guys. There are spots, man. There are spots here. There are spots on these favorites. Some of the favorites are not unheard of. Please do not parlay Chase Hooper at minus 1,100. Please do not parlay Kennedy Nzechukwu at minus 550. Just don't do it. Right? There's other things on the line here. The other fights, you could bet something on Kiesa and Griffin. You could bet something on Durden and Van that'll give you better value. You could bet the money line on Eric Anders and Chris Wyman that's going to give you better value. You know what I mean? Because let's see with these crazy favorites, just for fun. Kennedy, Hooper. And my hands are getting really cold. Evelev is minus 230. Dominic Reyes minus 355. You're still at minus 154 with Chase Hooper, Kennedy, and Dominic Reyes. And is there one more giant favorite? Bryce Mitchell. I got to check on my mom again, guys. And Ciro Gone. We're at plus 133 finally at a 5-pick parlay. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. I got to check in. Bear with me. Don't do it. Whew. Man, it's almost like you could come in to warm up. Yeah, I have one coworker who was doing it and winning. I just don't think it's worth his risk to reward, right? Like, you could put 100 on Temba at minus 162, right? You take Bryce Mitchell out of there and Chase Hooper, right? Say for example, those are the two biggest favorites, right? And you're at minus 110. You're close to even money. And where I think at Volkov's I think another live dog. I think they're underestimating Volkov here. He's just as big as Gane. He's got a good reach. Just Gane is so athletic, great kicker, good. We saw John Jones. You need to take the guy down, right? And Volkov isn't going to do that. He's going to stand and bang with him. And Volkov's got power, but you know, the key to beating Volkov is wrestling. Wrestling. And neither he does. We haven't seen Gane as the nail yet, but Volkov doesn't like being the nail. If he's not hammering you, he's in trouble because his striking defense is not that good. And Gane is going to have the speed advantage, just much more athletic, better kicker, better movement from the feet, like just better all overall. I think Gane minus 375 is still a parlayable piece. Like with Dominic Reyes minus 355, those are better. Those two, if you're into the giant favorites, those are the two that you would probably put in there. And look at or with Rachmanov. I think Shavkat is gonna take Ian Gary out. It might not. They've had the over 2.5 at minus 180, so they expect this to go to the distance. I think Shavkat could. Gary is another guy with great takedown defense. Went to Brazil, but in Brazil you're not learning. You might get really good with your jiu-jitsu and improve your jiu-jitsu, right? But you're not. How good of wrestling are you getting? And Shavkat already has great jiu-jitsu, and Shavkat's got a grip. Like when he grabs you, it's it. It's over. Or he's going to be able to ground and pound. I think he's going to be able to outpoint. Gary's got a chin, man. Right? I think that's Gary's saving grace here, where he could make it competitive because he's got a chin. Gary was plus 300. Gary's not plus 300. I mean, yeah, Gary. Yeah, he is. Gary is plus 300, but I don't think he's going to win. He's not. I don't think he beat Shavkat. I think Shavkat, if he does his normal thing, I think he's been there already earlier in the week. So, Gary's, but to Gary's credit, in the mental state, going through all that shit where he was called cuck and all the other shit with Colby Covington, it builds him, right? Like you go through all that shit and you're still fighting and training. And he does go and train with the right people, even though he may not approach it well from what we hear. But Shakov's a monster. No, he's like a Chimaev. Like nobody wants to fight that guy. It's crazy that Gary's fighting him. Shavkat should have waited, right? And Gary should have waited. But to our viewing pleasure, we're going to get to see that fight, and that's going to be a fantastic, fantastic fight, right? But man. Yeah, Shavkat Romanov. Nate Landwehr, yeah, is a favorite. Dong Ho Choi, yeah. Nate Landwehr is going to finish that Dong Ho Choi. I think he finishes him. Right? They say over 2.5 at the plus money. Yeah, I think under 2.5 is minus 145. Anyway, Landwehr, I think Landwehr's a monster. At minus 130, he might be another person to chase on the money line, or parlay him, like my boy Nate the Train. Parlay him with. And I like Eviliv. But it's it's hard to parlay him at minus 130. I think you just take that money line there at minus 130 with Nate Landwehr. Just play him on the money line. But yeah, he's parlayable with, the other three. Like, man, Anthony Smith's dangerous too, but Dominic Reyes, I think, is on a good comeback trail. Has got his headspace back. And Reyes is minus 355. I'd rather almost parlay him with Shavkat, and I get the plus 124. Will that be my parlay of the week? We'll see. We will see. Or with Pantoja. I think Pantoja has, this Japanese guy, Kai Asakura, fucking phenomenal striker. Super, super fast. And Pantoja does get hit. Pantoja does get hurt, but he's got a chin too. Pantoja's got a chin. Only gets me to plus 208. Some of these parlays, and I used to be the parlay king, it just, there's no value to me for some of these parlays. When you could grab a dog at near dog money or two of them and split your, what you would put in a parlay, $100 parlay, split that like 50-50 into actually two money lines. Just Nate Landwehr, for example, at minus 130 for $50, and then Cody Durden at that dog money for $50, and then Wyman at his minus 118 at $50, right? Like that is something that I might do, right? And that just might be my betting day as three money line guys in that area. You know, what I love to parlay most of our Evil, that's going to be a tough one to parlay, but I think most of our holds him down. I think he has the advantage there. But man, look at Smith as a dog. Out of those dogs right there, I think Smith over, but Smith sometimes he collapses. If he doesn't get you quick, he could break down. And Dominic's got a chin too. You know, even though he's been knocked out a couple times and he's had some problems, the guy is a strong guy. I think he's the stronger fighter. He's younger, just more athletic. But you know, Anthony Smith's got a great fight IQ. And he always finds a way to win. But yeah, I think that might be the pick guys right there. You know, I think, I think Pantoja. Man, I think Pantoja could get. Kai hasn't been tested. Kai hasn't gone. This could be a 5-round fight. He hasn't had to go 5 rounds, right? I think he's finished almost all his his wins, right? He's got like 10 victories in one championship or chip and glory. You know, in Japan, he's like undefeated. Yeah, Nate the Train at minus 130. You know, I think that's gonna be the play too. Don't hold Choi. You know, I've had him before. I mean, he's a tough guy, but Nate the Train, you know, yeah, it's you know, I'm gonna throw in Nate the Train right now. $50, just did it. Right, just did it, and then I'm gonna throw another 50 on Cody Durden. Man, but he's in a tough spot. I'm telling you, man. He's fighting a tough guy, right? He's fighting a tough guy, and Joshua Van, man. Joshua Van is not to be fucked with. He is just so tough. But Cody Durden, if he could wrestle, sort of get this to the ground, do his dirty work, ground and pound, he could win this out. So those are two plays already, guys. Nate Landwehr at minus 130. You know, Cody Durden at plus 130 because he always just fights for your money. And Chris Wyman still, right? Chris Wyman. You know, I think if he wins, he should just walk off, right? I mean, he just has the wrestling advantage, but his late in the rounds, he's not great. And that's where he could lose to Eric Anders, where if he can't take Anders down and it's on the feet, Anders could actually, you know, come back in that third round and not necessarily finish Wyman, but, and I'm still afraid of Wyman's leg. Mm. 8-4, guys, 8-4. It went up in scale just because it is so smooth. Has fantastic balance. Oh, come on, cigar. Don't do that to me. Oh. Okay, the band is not breaking off very well at all. It could be the cold here. There we go. Boom. Oh, wow. That caramel still there. Little cinnamon, like I mentioned, wood. I needed a drink of this. Or a brandy. A nice brandy. Cognac. For me, it would have been even a sherry. A sherry or port would have been nice with this little sucker, too. Something with a little sweetness to it, a little more body. That's why that brandy or that cognac, I think, would have been a nice pairing with this thing. And being out here in the cold, even though the alcohol doesn't help you get any warmer. Only thing is I'm not going to be able to survive till the nub on this cigar, guys. It's just too cold out here for me. I'm going to admit, even though I'm sitting down and not moving. If I were moving, I feel good in my body, but my legs are cold, my hands are getting really chilly. So, yeah, Luque, Temba, man, Temba's just got that reach, the quickness, and Luque's just got no defense, right? I mean, but Luque, if he could get Temba down, right? If he could, he's not the worst person on the ground. Luque's live for that sub. Like, that's his method of victory. He's not winning on the feet with Temba. No matter how tough he is, Luque to submission plus 400, and they know it. Temba TKO is plus 500. Temba by submission is plus 1,000. Yeah. And Luque is just so tough, man. So tough. But blocks with his face. Blocks with his face. But Temba's just got the reach, great kicks. Nate the Train Landwehr, where did he put? Bryce Mitchell by sub wasn't a great number, right? What was it? His sub line? What was Bryce Mitchell's sub line? Plus 400. That's not bad, guys. That might be the play here. Believe it or not. I mean, it's just that I think that, because if it's a jiu-jitsu battle, I think Bryce Mitchell could totally hang with Gracie. His jiu-jitsu, and working with the B team, he's younger, quicker, maybe not as strong, and maybe not in this traditional sense of jiu-jitsu, right? If it were a gi jiu-jitsu match, I just have water, Joey. I can't be drinking when my mom's inside. I'm still taking care of her. I can't drink till once my brother gets home, till after 10 and stuff. So she's inside. I feel bad even for having the cigar in here, but I checked in here with her from time to time. So, but yeah, the drink has just been water, and I finished my water, and I got to use the washroom. So I'm gonna probably check out here in a moment, guys. Yeah, I've briefly discussed all these fights. Pantoja's in a battle. He does get caught, but he's got a chin. All he's got to do is survive the storm, survive rounds 1 and 2, and I think he'll take that. Over 2.5, minus 135. Under 2.5, plus 105 in that fight. Hey, Shafkanov, Geary, a 5-round fight? Because otherwise, I like that under 2.5 at plus 140. I'm liking that under. Same with the Gun and Alexander Volkov 5. I like that under at plus 220. And I like the under in Bryce Mitchell and Kron Gracie at plus 190. Right? Those are all looking tasty for a cheap parlay, right? Under 2.5 there, under 2.5 there, under 2.5 there. And Pantoja Kaya Sakura has got to be a 5-rounder, but I don't like the under there as much. Wow, those 3 picks right there get me at plus 2127. I throw a little $5 little lottery ticket on it, and I win $100. I might do that right now. I'm going to do that. I'm going to play those unders. Bryce Mitchell, Kron Gracie at under 2.5 at plus 190. Under 2.5 at Gon versus Volkov at plus 220. Under 2.5. Gon has just got to get that killer instinct, and Volkov will collapse, man. But the thing with Gon is that he does the circling, right? He does the circling, but he's good at it. Maybe not the under Volkov in Gon, just because Gon, he's going to be willing to point fight him and stay on the outside and point fight and matador him. So we take that one out, and we're still a 2-pick at plus 596. It's not as attractive, right? Under there makes it appealing, and those are 2.5. Temba Luque, I don't know there, man. Ooh. Yeah, I'm liking those 3. Just for a lottery ticket bet, little lottery ticket for the hell of it. There we go, another little $5 there on those 3 at plus 2100 to win $100. That's not bad. No fun. So we've made some bets here, right? We've made some bets, right? Always make a few bets if we can with you guys. But welcome. Thanks if you guys made it in. I'm going to have to check out right now. It is cold. The light's almost going. If you've made it this far, you are about better. We will be doing more picks and possibly another cigar. If not, just some picks watching this thing here. But yeah, it's a shame I can't finish this cigar properly. It's unjust that we were here outdoors, but you could tell from the lighting, it's getting dark. It's getting cold. My hands are getting cold. I got my mom here, so I need to like make sure that she's okay. Very nice cigar. That caramel and cinnamon, the little spice, smooth body. Great cigar, guys. This is a need to buy more of these. Must buy. I liked it. It's so divergent from what my usual cigar set is, and it still has flavors that I really enjoy. It's got a great balance that I could pick up on, and I need a drink. I just need a better context for it, and so it's an 8.5, guys. Great cigar, right? The Royal Affair from Privada Cigar. Go over to Privada Cigar, pick up some of these, pick up some of the other stuff they have. Join the cigar club. Again, I'm not sponsored by them, but great products and stuff that you can't get anywhere else, right? Like very unique stuff, and I like that stuff. I like that unique stuff, but it's stuff that if you live here in the States, you can get in quantity, and just go and pick that stuff up, man. So a big plus, big card this weekend. We got a couple bets in already. If you made this far, you are about better. Thank you so much for anyone that joins or listens to this. Good luck on all your bets. I will try to post again later, tomorrow or Saturday. So look for that. Hit the notification bell so you know when I'm streaming, because I don't have a really set time. But again, if you made this far, you are about better. And you get my theme music going again. My theme music, guys. Whoa, come on, buddy. Welcome, goodbye, bow betters. Goodbye, happy holidays. If I don't see anyone, Merry Christmas. I didn't get to say that. No, I did. I posted Thanksgiving. We were drinking and partying. But we will post on Christmas too. Welcome. Thank you for coming to the channel. What a smooth cigar, man. Again, smooth. Really wish I could have enjoyed it differently. Wish I could spend more time breaking down some of these fights, but I think we did pretty good here. We've been streaming now for just about an hour. That's all you need. All these shows, it's super, super long, and I get it if I were drinking and there was more, and if it was just not as cold here. But yeah, I barely could feel one of my fingertips now, so I'm definitely going to go inside. It sucks because I can't finish the nub of the cigar, which I want to get to the nub. I want to discuss the nub. Well, that's what you get when you have to smoke and drink outdoors, because you can't smoke cigars inside. But again, happy holidays. Hope your family's well. Hope everyone is good out there in the MMA world, in the cigar world. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you made it this far, you are about better. We will see you guys again very, very soon.